Welcome back, guys. Deadspeak here, bringing you part 3 of my Shenmue playthrough. So, last time we were exploring the house. This time we are exploring Yamanose and Sakuragaoka, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But these are two of the
Noriko,
hub
What's
areas,
up?
I guess, or areas in the game, however you want to
About
say
that
that.
day.
That day?
And
The day of the incident.
yeah,
I heard about it from
here's the thing,
Nozomi. It must
these
be
two
hard
areas
for
you're
you.
not gonna spend
No,
as
I'm
much
fine.
time on or in. Typically,
Did you see any men
you're
wearing
more
black suits
often
that
in
day?
Dobuita in the
No,
early part of the game,
I didn't.
which
What
will
about
be
them?
It's nothing
introduced
really.
in part 4
Yo, hey
of
bro,
the videos. And
I want to ask you something.
yeah, and
what is it?
essentially, like every
That day,
character here, they
did you see any
you
men
know,
wearing
they
black
kind of tell
suits
you,
that
oh
day?
well,
No, I
these
didn't
two
see
people
them.
in,
I see.
Sakuragaoka might know.
Any idea
You know,
of
about
who may
the
have seen
incident
them?
or whatever, you know.
How about Mishima-san or
And they
Kondo-san?
seemingly,
Those women just might know something.
and essentially,
You know,
they
they're
lead
always
you
near the
to,
payphone in Sakuragaoka. Standing there
Yamachi-san,
chatting and gossiping
who
all day.
leads you into going
Yeah,
into Dobuita,
maybe they know and are chatting about it
and finding out
now.
more there.
I'll ask them.
You know,
Thanks.
And you do, you know, you find out a little bit more, and then we will find out from there. Yes. So, you know, as I was saying, you know, like this game does have some kind of tankish controls. As you can see in certain instances, like specifically moving. And I get at the, and here's the thing, you know,
Hi, Megumi.
when they ported
You
this
got a
game
kitten
to
in
the
there?
PS4, you know,
promise not
they
to tell
essentially
my
just
mommy?
took enough time to
Sure.
actually
Okay,
change
Then
controls a
I'll
little
show
bit
you.
to allow it to work on the PS4.
Is this your
Because, you
kitten?
know, they're on, you know, they were for the Dreamcast.
But this kitty,
You know,
see?
and
She's all alone.
All alone?
Yep. See,
It
the other day,
just kind of
when
like,
it
okay,
rained,
well,
a
that's
car
cool.
ran over her mommy.
Yeah, you find out about this kitty.
My big
Yes, and
sister saw
there's
it.
something
She
that's
said
kind
it
of
was a
interesting
big
about
black
this
car.
kitten part.
A
I
black
mean,
car?
yes, like you can,
Yeah, and she said it was
obviously,
really scary.
yes, you can
And
feed the
then
kitten,
me and Sis, we
you know,
buried the
pet
mommy
it,
cat.
do a lot
And
of stuff
so now
with
I
the
can be
kitten.
the kitty's mommy.
At one point, it does disappear,
But
and you can
Mommy
find it.
says we can't
Trophy
keep
involved
the
in
kitten
that.
at home.
But
So you're going to keep her
you know,
here?
like this game,
Yeah,
they
everybody's helping out
took,
too.
they invested a lot into this game.
Like Kota,
You know,
Yasuo, and Kaio.
it wasn't
I see.
like most games of its time, like, you know, with the exception of,
Kitty don't look
you know,
so
realistically, the Final Fantasy games.
good. Think she's hungry?
You know, most games were nowhere near as big in scope
Wait a second.
as what this game was. You know, some people will argue, oh well, you know, The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, but not really. I mean, like, while they were big games, they were not huge games like
Do this.
one was
So
in
it's
the
easier
scope
to
of
eat.
what they were doing. I mean, you know, you look at
Wow, she's
you know, Ocarina of
eating.
Time. I mean, yeah, and they have big areas, but
She's so tiny.
you know, they
But already
you know, they
an
had a
orphan.
day and night system, but
It's so sad.
you know, a lot of times it was
Yamagi-san
just,
almost got ran over
you know, from what I can
Yamagi-san.
remember, and correct me if I'm
Yeah,
wrong
the car
here,
was going
it
so
was either,
fast,
okay,
he got
well, this
shocked and
area is day or
fell.
this area is night, or
And hurt his
you know, you might
backside,
get
so
into
now
the
he
field
stays
where it's
home all
like day or
day.
night.
When I go to the candy shop, I always
You know,
stop
it
by
was
to visit
raining
him.
in some of the area, but it was like just in this
Yeah,
specific
it's close
area.
by there.
This game, you know, had a
Megumi, you
dynamic
need to be
weather
careful
system.
around cars too.
They actually took the
Yes.
weather directly from 1987
I've got
and
to go now.
paced it day by day.
But wait,
You know.
we gotta think of a name for the kitty.
Now, you know, when
Well,
this game took
when I think
place,
of a
now
good one, I'll let you know.
can exceed that limit and go into,
Bye bye, y'all.
I believe you can go
Bye-bye.
up until like 1990 or maybe later than that. I'm not exactly sure. You know, and that's just, you know, if you want to. There are certain instances to where you can only access certain content at a certain time. Or not content, but cutscene. Like you'll get certain cutscenes if you fail something like so many times, or you take too long to get to do something. You'll get this cutscene.
The day of the incident.
If you stay out
Did
late.
You see any men in black suits?
The
day of the incident? You mean the day it thundered, right?
You'll eventually get to a point where you have a curfew.
I see. Did
You know,
anything
that's
unusual
what
happen
Nissan
around here that
imposes.
day?
Not that I'm
And,
aware of. But you know,
you can be
Sumia-san
in the
knows about
middle
everything
of
that goes on around here.
doing
It'd be
whatever,
good if you
and your
tried
curfew
asking
hits,
Sumia-san.
boom, you're teleported
I
home.
see.
You know,
Mishima-san.
it was,
Oh, hello,
you know, they
Ryo.
created this living,
That day of the
breathing
incident,
world
did you see
with
some men
this
dressed in
game
black
that
suits?
was amazing.
Black suits?
You know, it
No.
wasn't
I
just,
didn't see them.
Well,
you
did
know,
you happen to notice anything
yeah,
unusual?
like, you know,
Oh,
Zelda was a
nothing
living,
worth
breathing
mentioning.
world, but
I'm looking for anything at
to
all.
me,
Is there
Zelda
anything
just
you
kind of
remember?
falls flat
I'm sorry, Ryo.
into
The weather was awful.
this game.
So
Like,
I
you
stayed
know,
inside all day.
Granted, like
Did
by
you
nowadays,
ask Sumia-san?
you know,
She
it's
knows
like,
about
okay, like,
everything
you know,
that
like
occurs
this game
in
is
this
not that
neighborhood.
impressive.
Is that so?
Like, you know, if you look at it, because like, you know, you walk by, like those girls, for example, you know, they look like they're talking, like they're animated like they're talking, but when you walk by
Excuse
them,
me?
like you're not
So sorry.
going to be hearing the
Can't you ask
conversation
someone
like
in
you
one
would
of the
now.
stores around here?
I see.
But this was one of the first games that
Sumia-san.
actually had,
Hi, yo.
believe,
On the day of the
most
incident, did you see
NPCs
some
were
men in
voiced.
black suits?
In black suits?
You know,
no, I didn't. But
I'm not
I
gonna
did
say they
see
all
a
were,
cat,
but
though.
You
a
mean a
lot
black
of them
cat?
were.
Yes, it was run
You know,
over by a
Skyrim, you know,
car.
they're both,
a
oh, well, you know,
kitten
this
was
is the first
crying
game that
nearby.
had, like,
I also
every
saw little
NPC
Megumi
voice, but,
crying with it.
I mean, you know, like,
I
this game
see.
had a lot of them in this game.
Was there anything else unusual
This game
about
had a
that
lot
day?
of them as well.
Now that you mention
And-
it, Yamagishi-san took a terrible spill at the corner
You
by
know,
the park.
like,
He was trying to dodge a speeding
just
car.
amazes me that
Looked as if he hurt his back.
the
I
director
think it was the same car that
of
hit
this
the
game,
cat.
or creator,
It must have been
however you
going
wanna put
really
that,
fast.
you know, had the
So, that's
foresight
what
to
happened.
do a lot of the stuff that he done. You know, it's not just, oh, well, you know, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. And coming up here is a little side quest. And there's not too many side quests, and you
Excuse
just kind of
me?
stumble
Yes.
into them. You know, kind of like you do in
nameplate say?
Yakuza, which is, you know, made by this.
It says
You know,
Kojima.
the combat system in and of itself is.
Does it?
when
I'm
we
trying
get
to
that
find the
point,
Yamamoto's
know,
house, but see,
Yakuza
my
does
eyesight
take
is
from
bad,
it.
so
obviously,
Don't worry. I'll look
you know,
for
from
it. Wait
the
for
way
me
the
in that park
gameplay
up
is,
ahead.
Yakuza
you're
does take
so
from it.
kind.
which is
Thank
cool.
you so much.
You know, there's, like I said, like, there's not many stuff, like, many side quests in this game, like, period. It's like this one, find the missing cat,
No,
like,
Yuki.
it's just kind of
Yo.
like, okay,
Got
like,
it, Seth?
just
Sure.
find the,
Hey, is
you
everything
know, little
okay?
stuff here and there,
Yeah, but
which
hey,
is interesting.
on
You know,
that day,
as I stated
did you
before,
see
you know,
any men
QTEs
wearing black
were
suits?
introduced
black
through this game.
suits.
You know, a lot
No,
of
I
people
sure
are like,
didn't.
QTEs are dumb, but
see.
it's like, you know, it.
Any
I think
idea
it's
who might
like
know about those
I
men in
like
black
the
suits?
idea of a QTE. I think that if
Maybe
games,
Sakuragaoka Gossip Gaggle might know something. You know how they're always yakking over near the payphone. Try
Overuse
asking
it?
them.
Good idea.
I like that's when I do think it's a problem. You know, like I mean, when you guys like, for instance, the game Azure's Wrath, that's nothing. That's almost entirely a game. That's almost entirely like
Yamagishi-san.
a huge QTE.
It's you
cutscene,
now.
You know,
How is your back?
Yes, it's much better.
I think that's an
But how did
overusage
you
of it.
know?
I heard
You know,
from
there's
someone
some
in the
gameplay,
neighborhood
but not
that
much.
you almost got ran over by a car.
You know,
Well,
It must have
the
been
way that this
Megumi or
one, the way that this game
Sumiya-san who
implements it,
told
I think
you.
is fine.
That driver was
You know, there's
insane.
like a few chase sequences. There is an arcade
Could you
machine
tell
that
me
you can
about what
practice
happened
it
with that car?
on,
Sure.
which is nice.
This black car came flying around
Yeah,
the corner over by
Speaking of arcades, you can
Sakuragaoka
actually go
Park
into an arcade
and
on
went
here.
towards
Now, obviously,
Duita.
they do only
A
have
black
Sega
car.
games,
Did you see the license plate
but
number?
they have a Space
Maybe
Harrier
if there hadn't been any
and
snow. And to
some
make
motorcycle
matters
game, I
worse,
forget what
I
it's
fell over.
and
so I
those
never had
games
the
were
chance.
created by this
Oh,
guy
well, I'm glad to hear you're okay.
that created this game. So you know he decided to put them in, I guess. And it's like, okay, that's cool. Yeah, and this is when I'm going to look for the nameplate to help to finish out that quest. Yes, I just walked by the Capital Toys and drink machines as well. They I will be showing that off a little bit later, and I believe that is how.
Yamamoto.
Yes, that is.
That's it.
Yeah. So
Guess I'll go get that
yeah,
lady.
You just go get it from the park. It'll automatically, yeah. You just walk in there, tell her, and you go this. And then I'm kind of done with that area because you know I got what I needed to get. And this will be winding down the end
Ma'am,
of
I
this
found
video.
Did you? Thank
So
you
remember to
so
like,
very
share,
much.
and subscribe if you're new and you do enjoy this content and you do want more. So until
This is it.
next
Thank
time,
you for taking the time to help
Did
me,
speak
young
out.
man.
I have to go now.
There are so few helpful young people these days.